When you really do think about it, at its core, Ninjago is, in a lot of ways, well, quite weird. It's just a weird show overall. I mean, a show that is basically a massive, glorified advertisement for plastic Lego Ninja, and these particular Lego Ninja in-universe are fighting off evil, and that particular evil comes in the form of villains that look like this guy. I mean, again, when you think about it, Ninjago is just a weird show overall. But today, I'm going one step further, as today I would like to take a look at the very weirdest Ninjago season, in my personal opinion. And that's a very opinion-heavy thing. A lot of people will give you different answers based off of, well, who you ask, but in my personal opinion, the weirdest season for me would be Ninjago Season 6, aka Skybound, which, by the way, fun fact, also happens to be my personal favourite Ninjago season. So today I want to take a look at Skybound and go over some of the reasons as to why I find it to be the weirdest season ever. Alrighty then, so as with any video that's kind of dissecting the main focus of a season, starting off with the main premise would probably be a good idea. And on top of just the main premise, I also want to talk about just the beginning of the season in general. So, the ninja becomes super famous, get framed by a shape-shifting djinn, who, by the way, literally never uses this ability anytime after, and then the ninja gets sent straight to prison. And all of this happens in the space of around 3 or so episodes at most, and so, obviously, pretty much straight away right off the bat, compared to Ninjago seasons before this point, we simply cannot deny that this particular premise was crazy. Literally the craziest setup to a Ninjago season we had ever seen, especially at this particular point in time, way back when in 2016. And it was just super weird and different, I suppose, compared to anything else we had seen before, really. It was, in a lot of ways, well, weird, and serves as the perfect setup to this particular video overall. It all just happened so quickly, so many random ideas and plot lines were introduced, and all of it, again, just happened so quickly in the space of around 3 episodes, so around an hour's worth of content in total. Seriously, just a crazy startup to this video and this season in general. Now, next up, I hate doing it, but I guess we're gonna have to, as my next particular point here revolves all around Dareth, one of Ninjago's weirdest characters, just in general, but in Skybound, things were a lot different. Dareth is, and was, a character that was a fan favourite. He is the quote-unquote meme-type character within the world of Ninjago, but, oh man, just what happened to Dareth in Skybound? He seemed to just pretty much turn into this hideous, obnoxious sexist, and was just a massive nuisance towards both the ninja team overall, and more specifically, Nia, hence the sexist part I mentioned earlier. I wouldn't mind any of this as much if they introduced a new obnoxious character that was meant to be like a borderline villain of sorts. I mean, hey, at least that would justify the horrible behaviour. But Dareth was just not like this at all prior. He wasn't this raging, obnoxious, sexist character at all. But for some reason, Skybound had Dareth, especially in the first half, transform into this just insufferable character that was overall just a horrible character. So weird. As we move further into Skybound, the premise does get even crazier, and so this is all in a way linking back to what I just mentioned earlier, with an absolutely insane, love-struck djinn chasing the ninja down, one by one, trapping them into his Sword of Souls. This aspect of the season did also make things stand out a bunch in comparison to the earlier seasons before Season 6, as ninja disappearing, while we focus primarily on just 2, of course Jay and Nia in this particular case, was a concept we just hadn't really seen at all before, especially not to the extent that Skybound did things. Of course, throughout the later years, we did get seasons like Prime Empire, which kind of tackled a similar theme to this, with ninjas slowly disappearing one by one, but it was never to the same extent as Skybound, in my opinion. And that's not me trying to be biased because Skybound is my favourite, it really is just the truth. It certainly was unique in that way, though, a little strange, and, in a way, well, weird. Nadakan. Oh boy. the more you truly do focus in on this guy, the worse it gets and the worse it becomes. A borderline... Like, seriously, what was actually up with him? People do tend to bring up his questionable relationship with Nia as a legitimate reason to dislike him, and I see where those people are coming from, but come on, using that logic, that is kind of the point, right? He's meant to be a horrible guy who we as the audience root against completely, hoping he gets destroyed or, I guess, just defeated in some way. I will, however, come out and say though, for a kids show, this stuff was, like, super strange and weird. Some stuff was borderline uncomfortable too, like the time he randomly went in and tried to kiss Nia at the end of that one episode.
I have never seen a more beautiful bride.
Still though, I think it is very safe to say that Nadakan is absolutely one of the weirdest and just creepiest Ninjago characters out there. It really doesn't get more bottom of the barrel and weird than this guy. I could ramble on all day about him, he's just unbelievably strange and weird. Oh yeah. Then there's also the existence of Echo Zane, who I could make a whole separate video about because his existence says a lot about Dr. Julian, of course Zane's creator, and how bad of a parent he really is. It's almost like I'm kind of planning a video regarding that topic right now. But with all of this being said, you guys, I think that is going to sum up today's video. I guess that if I really wanted to, I could have taken a really deep dive into Skybound and could have nitpicked every single little detail here and come out and just called everything weird. But I didn't really want to drag things on that much. I kind of just wanted to stick to the main aspects of Skybound and unpick just how weird this season really can be in a lot of different ways. But with that being said, I think I'm pretty much done here. So if you guys have anything else you would like to add to this particular conversation, please do feel free to let me know down below in the comment section. Let's continue this discussion down there. But again, with all of this being said, you guys, that is going to do it from me here. So all I ask now that you've watched today's video is please leave a like on today's video if you did end up enjoying it, subscribe to my YouTube channel if you would be interested in seeing more content similar to this, and go ahead and hit the notification bell so that you can, well, watch my videos as soon as I do release them every few days. And with all of this being said, you guys, that is going to conclude this one, so I will see you all very soon. Take it easy, guys, and goodbye.